Hey everyone, welcome back. Today we're diving into something that I think we can all relate to, turning your social media followers into actual leads for your business.
Yeah.
You've already sent over some great material, so let's unpack this Growth Ninja guide together and figure out what really works.
You know what I find really interesting about this guide is its focus on using automation and AI for lead generation.
hmm
It's not just about throwing spaghetti at the wall and hoping something sticks.
Right.
This is about a more strategic, targeted approach, which is something I'm always excited to dive into.
And that's what I love about these deep dives.
Yeah.
We get to cut through the fluff and get right to the good stuff.
Yeah.
So one of the first things that really jumped out at me in this guide was the idea of treating your social media profiles like mini landing pages.
Right. Think of it this way. When you land on a website, you're not just like randomly clicking around, right?
Right.
There's usually a clear call to action, like shop now or learn more.
Yeah.
Your social media profile should be the same way. It's about removing friction in the path to conversion.
So instead of just having a bio that lists your accomplishments, you actually want to think about what action you want people to take when they land on your page.
Exactly. And the guide even gives some good examples, like including a clear call to action in your bio, something like contact us or sign up today. It sounds simple, but those little prompts can make a huge difference.
It's like you're giving your audience a gentle nudge in the right direction. Now let's talk about content, because everyone always says content is king, but this guide adds an interesting twist.
They say engagement is queen. And to truly engage your audience, you need to offer them something valuable. Instead of just posting funny memes or inspirational quotes, think about what problems your audience has. Then create content that solves those problems.
Oh, I love that. So instead of just talking at your audience, you're actually providing them with actionable advice, tips, maybe even some how-to guides.
Precisely. Imagine you're a small business owner trying to figure out how to use Instagram Reels.
Right.
Wouldn't you be more likely to follow an account that breaks down the process step by step, rather than one that just shows off their fancy videos?
Absolutely. And the guide also mentions using case studies, which I think is brilliant. People love to see real-world examples of how others have succeeded.
It builds trust and positions you as an expert in your field. By consistently providing value through your content, you become the go-to resource for your audience.
That's a great segue into the next point behind-the-scenes content. This guide really hammered home the idea that people love to see how things work. It's like giving them an exclusive peek behind the curtain.
It humanizes your brand and makes you more relatable. Think about your favorite restaurants or shops. Don't you feel more connected to them when you see the people behind the scenes working hard and having fun?
Totally. It's like you're letting people in on a little secret. Okay, so we've talked about optimizing our profiles and creating killer content. But let's face it, sometimes you need a little boost to get your content seen by more people.
You're talking about ads, right? I have to admit, when most people hear the word ads, they cringe.
Right. Everyone's first thought is, oh, great, more money I have to spend. But the guide does a good job of explaining how to use social media advertising effectively.
Exactly. It's not about throwing money at a problem and hoping for the best. The guide talks about leveraging those built-in lead generation features that platforms like Facebook and LinkedIn offer.
Those features are genius. They essentially let people express interest in your business without ever leaving the app.
Which is huge when you think about how people consume content these days. We're bombarded with information, constantly scrolling, and our attention spans are shrinking. The easier you can make it for someone to engage with your business, the better.
It's all about removing those barriers to entry. And here's where things get really interesting for me. This guide dives headfirst into the world of AI and automation for lead generation. In fact, there's a lot of talk about Growth Ninja's own proprietary tools.
Right, which is interesting because it tells us a lot about their overall philosophy. They believe so strongly in the power of these technologies that they've built their entire lead generation strategy around them.
It's like they're putting their money where their mouth is, which I always appreciate.